Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a trip back in time to a moment that completely reshaped our relationship with technology. The year's 2010. The world was buzzing about smartphones, but there was a huge gap between our phones and our laptops. Laptops were powerful, but clunky. Smartphones were portable, but had tiny screens. We needed something else. Something in the middle, and then, on January 27th, 2010, Steve Jobs walked onto a stage in San Francisco and introduced a device he called magical and revolutionary. He unveiled the very first iPad. The reaction was mixed, to say the least. Some people called it just a big iPhone. Tech critics questioned who would actually buy it. They wondered, what problem does this actually solve? There was no keyboard, no USB port as we knew it. Was this a serious computer, or just an expensive toy? But Apple and Steve Jobs had a vision. They weren't just selling a piece of hardware. They were selling an experience. The iPad was designed to be more intimate and intuitive than a laptop. It was for browsing the web from your couch, for reading books and magazines in a way that felt natural, for watching movies without a keyboard getting in the way, and for playing games with a massive, responsive touchscreen. It was all about the content. The heart of this new experience was the 9.7-inch multi-touch display. It was bright, it was vibrant, and it brought photos, videos, and websites to life. Inside, it was powered by Apple's own A4 chip, a custom-designed processor that was both powerful and incredibly power-efficient, giving it that famous 10-hour battery life. This was a game. You could take the iPad with you for an entire day and not worry about finding an outlet. When it finally launched in April 2010 in the USA, the skeptics were quickly silenced. Apple sold 300,000 iPads on the very first day. Within a month, they had sold 1 million. By the end of the year, that number was close to 15 million. It was a massive success, far beyond what even Apple had predicted. People found uses for it that no one had even imagined. Doctors started using it for patient records, pilots used it for flight charts, and teachers used it to create interactive lessons in the classroom. The iPad didn't just create a new product category. It ignited an entire industry. Soon, every major tech company was scrambling to release their own tablet. But the iPad had a head start, not just with its hardware, but with its ecosystem. The App Store was already filled with thousands of apps specifically designed for the iPad's larger screen. This wasn't just about stretching phone apps. It was about creating brand new experiences. From powerful art creation tools to complex strategy games, the app was a huge part of the iPad's magic. Looking back now, it's hard to overstate the impact of that first-generation iPad. It changed how we consume media, how we work, how we learn, and how we play. It proved that there was a place for a simple, powerful, single pane of glass computer in our lives. It was the device that truly brought computing into our living rooms and our hands in a way that felt personal and effortless. From that single device, in 2010, an entire family of iPads has evolved, from the mini to the powerful Pro models. So what do you think? Did you have the first iPad? What was your first impression of it? Let me know down in the comments below. It is amazing to see how far we've come since that big iPhone was first revealed. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into tech history. See you in the next one.